You do not know it yet, but this is the last morning of your life. The bread you are about to bake will still be in the oven 17 centuries from now. The city around you, its streets, its dogs, the coins in your hand, will vanish under the sky before tomorrow, and then stay perfectly still for almost 2,000 years, waiting to be found. You have about 18 hours left. And the mountain you have looked at every single day of your life is about to remind everyone what it really is. This is the last day of Pompeii, hour by hour. It begins like any other day. You wake before the sun, because bread does not wait. You are a baker, or you work the ovens of one, which in this city is close enough. Below you the millstones are already turning, ground by a blindfolded donkey that has walked in the same circle its whole life. An ordinary morning, in an ordinary town, on the Bay of Naples. You shape the loaves the way this city likes them, round, pressed into wedges that make them easy to break and share. You will bake more than 80 before noon. Pompeii runs on bread and wine, and both flow freely, because this is a rich town, a resort even, where wealthy Romans keep summer villas. The first strange thing, you barely notice. The well is low, almost dry, and the water that comes up tastes faintly of sulfur. You blame the heat. Everyone blames the heat. What none of you know is that deep beneath the town, something is changing the water. The earth is speaking. You simply do not know its language. The animals know before you do. The dog by the door will not settle. The birds that fight over your crumbs are gone. 17 years ago a great earthquake nearly flattened this city, so a nervous morning is nothing new here. You tell yourself that. By mid-morning the city is loud and alive. The forum fills. Politics are shouted on the walls in red paint. And rising behind all of it, green and gentle, the mountain. Vesuvius. You have looked at it every day of your life. Its slopes are covered in vineyards, the wine from up there is famous. To you it is not a threat. It is scenery. Here is the thing no one in Pompeii understands, they do not have a word for what that mountain is. The idea of a volcano is not in their minds at all. In the fine houses, the day is soft. Wine at noon. A poet read aloud. Across the bay, an old admiral named Pliny is doing paperwork, unaware that by tomorrow he will be dead, and his nephew will write the only eyewitness account of what is coming. You slide the last loaves into the oven. It is just past midday. You do not know it, but you will never take them out. The sound arrives before you understand it, a crack so deep it is felt in the chest more than heard. The ground jumps. And every head in Pompeii turns to the same place, the mountain. Vesuvius has opened. A column of grey is rising off the summit, straight up, higher and higher, kilometers high, until it flattens at the top and spreads like the branches of an enormous pine tree. The nephew of that admiral, watching from across the bay, will describe it exactly like that. It is the most frightening thing anyone in this city has ever seen. And it is only the beginning. Then the day begins to end, hours too early. The column drifts over Pompeii and swallows the sun. Midday turns to a dirty dusk, then to something like night. And from that false night, it starts to fall. Not rain. Stone. Pumice. Light, pale stones of frozen foam, warm to the touch, falling from the sky like a hail that does not stop. At first it is almost a curiosity. Then it thickens. It piles in the streets. It drums on the roofs. And you feel, for the first time today, the cold thing in your stomach that the animals felt this morning. Now the whole city must choose, and you with it. Run, into the falling stone, toward the roads and the sea. or shelter, indoors, and pray the sky runs out of stones before the roof gives way. Before we see which choice keeps you alive, because one of them does, subscribe and stay with me. The next few hours decide everything. Thousands choose to run. They pour into the streets with whatever they can carry, and many tie pillows to their heads against the falling stone. It looks absurd. It is also clever. The people who leave now, most of them will live. Thousands more choose to stay. They bar the doors and wait it out, the way this city has waited out every earthquake for centuries. But the pumice keeps falling, a foot deep, then more, and the roofs were never built to hold a mountain. Through the evening, across Pompeii, they begin to collapse, one by one, under the weight of the sky. Staying was not cowardice. It was the wrong bet, made with the only knowledge anyone had. And you? You go back for the ovens, because that is what you know, because leaving the bread feels like leaving the day unfinished. Behind you, in the oven, more than 80 loaves are quietly turning black. They will not burn away. They will bake into stone and wait, perfectly shaped, for the people who dig this room out of the ground 1700 years from now. Night, real night now, and the city is half gone beneath the pale drifts. In the earliest hours before dawn, the column collapses. What comes down the mountain is a surge, a rolling wall of gas and ash, hotter than boiling, moving faster than a person can run. It reaches Herculaneum first, then turns for Pompeii. There is no art running it. For everyone still inside these walls, the end is not slow. And here is the strange mercy in it, for you, it is fast. One breath of ordinary night air. And then the world simply stops, the heat arriving faster than fear, faster than thought. You are here, and then you are still. By the time the sun returns, there is no Pompeii. There is a grey plain where a city used to be, buried under meters of ash. Roughly 2,000 people did not leave in time. The city that ran on bread and wine and certainty is gone in a single night, not destroyed, but sealed. Held. Kept. 17 centuries later, they dig you out. And this is the part the ash gave us. As your body faded, it left a perfect hollow in the hardened stone, a mold of your last moment. Fill it, and you appear again, exactly as you fell. That is why we can stand this close to a stranger who died 2,000 years ago. Pompeii did not just die that day. It became the most detailed photograph the ancient world ever took of itself. One ordinary day. One ordinary life. Frozen the instant it ended. I'm mortal hours. Step into a life that once was. I'll see you in the next one.